Alright, so our coconut is husked, and we have just the shell, and then on the inside is the meat and the water. And so I've already drinking this one, but you can see this one looks like a little puffer fish right there. And so there's his mouth, and then his dopey looking little eyes there. And this is important because the mouth of, we're just going to call this a puffer fish, sorry. The mouth of the puffer fish, that's what you're going to want to drink out of. And so what we're going to do here is, this one's already been drinking out of, but right now, like this one, it's hard to tell, right? So you're going to look for these little ridges, and the ridges are going to be right here. They're pretty subtle, but they're there nonetheless. And so there's going to be 2 ridges. You're going to go ahead and put these 2 ridges right here and here. Make sure these are on the top. Now you can feel, you feel with your finger, there's a soft area. And it's going to be pretty much directly below these 2 ridges and right where the mouth is. Now on this one, you can see it a lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a stick or something. Here's a little stick that'll do fine. Just to make sure it's not going to break off and into your coconut, because otherwise you're just going to be drinking that stick. So what I'm going to do here is, the hole is about right there, and so I'm just going to push in there. Oh, and there we are. I just broke through. And you'll hear there's a little bit of pressure, and you'll hear that pressure give. And so you see that little hole there? That's where I just poked a hole through. And so I'm going to want to go ahead and spin that little stick, widen the hole some, and maybe even stick it in a little bit further to really open up the hole. Because even though you get through that that soft part, you still have to go through the meat that's inside of the coconut. And so you want to go push all the way through until it's pretty much all the way in there. So now that we have this little hole right there, we can go ahead and drink it. If we want it to flow out a bit faster, go ahead and poke some holes in it. But I'm dying of thirst, so I'm going to go ahead and drink some. So good. I want to give you guys a warning. If you drink solely coconut milk or coconut water, you will start to get the runs. You're not going to be very regular. So it's important to have water as well as coconut water, pure water, so that you can maintain a healthy digestive system. Because if you just have this, it's going to become a diuretic, and unfortunately you'll be passing through a lot of that moisture rather than your body soaking up that water. So make sure this is good stuff, but you've got to have water along with it after a certain period. Coconuts are just an amazing resource, and we should know their capabilities, because a coconut palm can provide water, food, tools. You can use these for like little bowls and stuff, shelter, and stuff to burn. So like the trunk, the shells, the husk. Oh, cordage also. You can use cordage for cordage from the husk. You can use those fibers in the husk to make cordage. There's also a whole host of other things, hats, baskets. I mean, there's just tons of things that you can use coconut palms for. My favorite, of course, is the coconut and their coconut water, and it's just delicious to drink. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this coconut off because I worked hard for it. Have I mentioned how delicious coconut water is? Man, it's so good. And the cool thing about it is it's not like it's halfway full. This whole coconut is full of coconut water. Delicious. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about uses for the coconut shell here. Something cool about it. I'm going to go ahead and cheat and use a knife. Man, that coconut water was good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around this, just kind of giving the middle a good solid hit. Now it doesn't have to be a perfect line, but you can see right here I'm keeping it like maybe half or a quarter of an inch wide, the areas that I'm hitting, and so this is going to cause it to be very weak. And I'm just going to do that the whole way around. Now if you had like a grinding stone or something, that would be great because you could just grind right around. But the idea is just to kind of score along the equator of the coconut shell. So you may have noticed it changed sounds. And so what I'm going to do here is just and check out what happened. There's this crease here, so I'm just going to hit it and let that crack continue. And it's going to go right around the middle. So here we go. Here's the inside. This one's kind of young, so it doesn't have a whole lot of meat in it, which is interesting. But let's see here. I'm going to slice some of that and see how it tastes. Man, look at that. Mmm. There's nothing like coconut meat. And I can use this for a little bowl to keep things in. And what's cool is these will go straight back together. Let's see, how did this go? Oh, here we are. So it fits back together. So if I wanted to keep something in here, I could just lash something around it to hold it shut, and then I could keep something in here.